Welcome to Megapath Presents. I'm Ronnie Hayes, and today in the review room, we're going to take a look at the MEGABOX. This is the second box that SKYBOUND has put out, and the theme is Heroes. So let's open her up, and this is what you'll see if you catch the stuff that's fallen out. That's what you'll see when you open it up. And I also reviewed the first one, which was Negan themed, Negan from The Walking Dead. So if you're interested in that, you can look in the video description. First thing up is a spoiler card spoiling what else is inside. The next thing up is a full game download for Telltale's The Walking Dead Season 3. And I think that is genius because it only costs them nothing to print these out, and you don't have to make a case, you don't have to make a disc, and then if fans already have this, they might give it away to friends and family. That'll introduce those people to Telltale, so it'll just introduce people to it even if they haven't, because no one's going to just throw out a free code. They're either going to sell it for real cheap or give it away, and if they don't have it, they love you to death now because you gave them a full season. So that is awesome. Here you go. Next up, here we have a pin with Michonne. Now I love that this is a comic panel, and I think it would be flippin' genius if they created an entire page of pins. Do like a series of 4 pins. Find a page, an iconic page, where it's maybe little blocks like this. I think that would be so epic. Then you would have the pins, and I don't know why you would need to do this. Maybe you can have a collector's thing where you have the pins. I'm going overboard with this, but you would have the collector's cardboard, and it would have like special edition pin set. And the pins would be every panel from the page. I went a little overboard, but that idea popped into my head, and instantly I said, I want that. I don't even collect pins, and if they made that, I would collect those pins, because that just sounds cool. Anyway, next up, we got a blind bag. You guys know how much I hate blind bags, so here you go. And it is a Rick Grimes. Look at that. Hello. You got a hat inside here. All right. Boom. You got a Rick Grimes. I am not a fan of these little type of figures. They always just come off as, generic like Funko blind bag mystery minis. This guy's actually pretty neat though. He's not too bad. But, yeah, bloody black and white Rick Grimes. He's not too bad. It could be worse. It could be a whole lot worse. Alright, so that's Rick Grimes, the blind bag one. And then we have a Rick Grimes t-shirt. I believe in Rick Grimes. I'm going to give them extra points for making it a gray shirt. We got too many black. And it's got an actual image, and it's not just words. It's got an image of a character we like. I think this is freaking awesome. This is a fantastic shirt. If they're going to include shirts, never, ever, ever do just words. We are here for the characters or for the monsters, so put them on the damn shirts. That is freaking cool. I love it. I'm a huge Rick Grimes fan, so that shirt is definitely getting worn to hell. And next up, we got, which is, I think, a friggin' great idea. This is an Invincible action figure. Invincible is a comic book that Robert Kirkman does. They're also turning it into a movie. Here is the Invincible figure. This is a variant. The original you can buy at SKYBOUND, SKYBOUND.com. I'll put the links down below. He's yellow. He looks just how he looks in the comic book. And then this is the blue and black variant. And there's also a bloody variant. Now, I'll try to get in there real close to his face. And this is coming from McFarlane Toys. And they did a fantastic job with this figure. I think they did great. He's got alternate hands, so he can do a flying pose as well as just a regular superhero pose. And look at this. They have a full box you can display him. This is what I'm talking about with the Negan box. Last month, it felt slapped together. It felt like that. Here's a proto. Negan's all black. He's not even painted. We have them laying around because we just made this figure that year. You know what I mean? This is definitely got to impress some fans. You have the whole collector's setup right here. Just bong. It looks epic. And then you got MEGABOX. It's nice and neat and out of the way. It's not huge and all over the damn box. It's big on the back, but who cares? Yeah, definitely way better than the Negan figure presentation last month. And then finally in the box we have 4 variant cover comics. One for Invincible. We have one for The Walking Dead. We have one for Extremity. I read this. I actually highly recommend this. Extremity #1. It was an interesting read. And Outcast. All right, so in closing, I definitely feel really good about this box. A lot more than I did about the first one, and I think primarily that has to do with the figure. The presentation alone here, it just stands out a lot better than the first box. The first box got slammed so much with the figure just being an all-black Negan, just looking like the prototype figures. And regardless if that's literally what they did, if they just took a prototype figure, or regardless if that was the idea from the gate, oh, we have this great idea of a black figure, it totally looked like they just said, hey, Robert, we got a whole trailer load of these Negans. What the hell do we do with them? Throw it in the subscription boxes. These idiots will buy it. That's honestly what it felt in the fan base. And that's not me. That's what I'm reading, you know. That's the first impression I got when I saw it, though. I'll be honest with you. I looked at that, and I know what the prototypes look like when they brought them to the, like at the conventions, they have the actors holding up all black figures of themselves. That's the first thing I thought, and I was like, wow, did they get a whole truckload of prototypes they needed to get rid of? So you can't blame the fans for shit like that. That's obviously shit they're gonna think of. But I think the biggest problem here, it's the comment I hear constantly when this box is coming out. The first one and the second one, 90% of the comments I get are, hey Ronnie, is this box worth it just for the Walking Dead fans? And that's something that you have to realize and you have to understand. It's the truth. The majority of the fans are going to be Walking Dead fans, and that's how I found out about Skybound. The Walking Dead TV show, the Walking Dead comic, Skybound. And then that's how I found out about the Outcast. You know, The Walking Dead, Robert Kirkman, Skybound, Outcast. That's how I found out about Invincible. It starts with The Walking Dead. Da-da-da-da. That's how I found out about Extremity. It starts with The Walking Dead first, and then, you know, that's how it flows. So when you see that as a company, they should have came out, in my opinion, they should have came out with The Walking Dead and then put in an item or two of these other franchises and then slowly integrated the boxes to incorporate all things Skybound, not come out of the gate with a blended mix. I think it is a great idea, but done too early. I could be totally wrong, but I strongly feel like the boxes should have been not advertised as Walking Dead boxes, but primarily been Walking Dead items, and then start incorporating some things around the Skybound. Again, I could be totally wrong. That's just my opinion, but I think the box is definitely worth a look if you're a little bit interested. If you're a figure collector and you want to get this Invincible figure, if it's outrageous on eBay, go to Skybound, get this whole box for 60 bucks. You get a kick-ass Rick Grimes t-shirt, you get the video game, the pin, the figure, and the comics. If you're a comic collector, this is probably a box you want to jump on. Let me know down in the comments below. I am very interested in this, specifically because this is an idea that I thought Skybound should have done a year ago, and I've talked about it on this channel, so I'm real curious to see how it's turning out. So, if you don't mind, take a minute and give me your thoughts and opinions down in that comment box. I would really appreciate it. Hell, if Skybound came around and they read the comments, they might appreciate it as well if they could get some ideas or get a look at how they're doing. Because to be honest, it doesn't help if you just hear back from the kiss asses. There are, in every fan base, there are that group of kiss asses, and those are the ones that ruin fan bases if you only listen to them. Because they're the ones who are going to say, oh, I want Skybound to be nice to me no matter what, so I will say you're doing everything perfect, you know? You need to listen to some of the fans, even if sometimes it sounds like they're assholes. You need to listen to some of those fans who say, that was weak. You know, bring your A game. Because honestly, those are the customers. They're the ones paying for it. And if they're saying that this box could use a little bit more, or this box is heading in the wrong direction, it might benefit you to just look into that a little more. Detach the emotions. Don't get so sensitive. Just man the fuck up and put something cool in the box. Alright, thoughts and opinions in the comment box. I'm done talking. It's your turn.
Subscribe now.